Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing Stolas X Gender Neutral Thanksgiving Special. I'm sorry that it's at least a day or two late. I'm sorry for it being late. In general, there's just things that came up with family drama on Thanksgiving, and it was hectic. And also, I was sleep deprived. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. And let's do it. Disclaimer. Disclaimer, Stolas is not Yandere canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Sipping for fictional characters and yanderes is fine, just do not be illegal or gross about it. You know who you are, you dirty flaky biscuits. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life. Also, remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Thank you. Now, on to the video. Stolas and you were getting ready for Thanksgiving. You had told him what Thanksgiving was and what it meant to you, and that it was one of the few times your family were not at each other's throats and stuff because your mom wanted to look like a good person around extended family that was invited. Of course, afterwards, there was more harmful stuff, but you learned to deal with it. Of course, that helped what molded you into the sinner demon that you are, but that was not the point. Thanksgiving had good memories, and you wanted to spend that good memories with your partner. So you invited Stolas's ex Blitzo, since he still cared about him. And you also invited Billy and Moxie since you worked with them as an intern with them as well. And you were really excited for it. Also, furthermore, you ended up going to to invite Octavia and her mother, who invited her brother, whatever his face was, the ice Goetia you called him. And everything was running smoothly. You were working hard in the kitchen when Stolas came up to you. All the guests are here. Stella is being Stella, you ask, looking at him. And he nods his head. I need strong abstinence. Epstein, something like that. Really strong alcohol. You handed him a bottle and he drank straight from it. You nodded your head. I don't blame you, Stolas. It's really, really hard with everything going on, especially with your ex being here. But he's my boss, and he still wants to be friends with you at least. He Stolas nodded his head. I understand. It's still. Ugh. Yes, Stella is very much a handful, and seeing your ex is not always easy, but we'll have a good time. You took his hand and led him into the kitchen as you were carrying the turkey in the other hand, and the imps were carrying various sides as the table was set. Dinner's ready, you called, and everyone came in. Stella, of course, made snide comments at your cooking, and you made her snide comments at her being a terrible mother and also being a bedless harlots. She glared at you, ready to throw hands, but her brother calmed her down and made snide comments as well at you, and you just smiled and told him how low he was on the Goetia totem pole and that he should get bits. He also was ready to throw hands, but you were handling it with grace and confidence. So, why don't we say what we're all thankful for? You say, smiling, as food was about to be served. I'm thankful for Stolas, as he is a very sweet man, and I am nowhere worthy of him, but he is able to accept me for as I am, you say, and Stolas smiled at you. I am thankful for my daughter Octavia, and I'm thankful for your name. And this continued, and finally it landed on Octavia. And Octavia looked around. She knows she should say who she's thankful for, but she was going to say what she felt. I'm thankful for my future step parent, your name, and my dad, Stolas. She then sat down, and Stella got angry. You're not thankful for me, Mom. You're kind of a bitc blank. She says, and she stares at her daughter. What did you just say? The way you treat Dad, you can't expect me not to have noticed the years of you treating him like this. And she stared at him. How dare you? And you stood up. Don't talk to your daughter like that. You might be a poo parent and an even worse wife, but you do not talk to Octavia like that, you say. I won't let what happened to me happen to her. Everyone went dead silent. A few people knew about what happened with your parents and the divorce you went through and all that. Octavia, let's go. You take her hand and look at Stolas. Stolas, please get Stella and her brother out of here. You let Octavia let her upstairs and let her cry on your shoulder. It was hard for her because she did not know how she felt about her mother, as she was finally seeing how bad she was, and you were actually being there for her and telling her it was okay. You will be okay, Octavia, I promise. I promise I won't do anything to ever leave you. She says, I'm sorry, brain fart. You say, and she nods her head. Thank you, your name, she says to you. You're a really good parent, she tells you, and you nodded your head. I try to be. I try to correct what my parents did to me. What did your parents do to you? They did things that I probably would not be able to say in front of you without being making you very uncomfortable. And well, think of it as the monetization online. If I said some of the things I went through as a child with my parents, they would get me my accounts deleted for what things they would cross monetization. Octavia eyes widened and she hugged you even closer. I'm sorry that happened, but I promise that I won't let anyone hurt you, she said. Octavia was attached to you as a friend and a parent. You were much older than her and even older than Stolas since you were unalived early on in the human world. So it was hard. You came downstairs and told Octavia you would get her when Stella was gone. Stella came over and slapped you across the face. Stolas moved faster than he ever had and grabbed Stella by the throat, slamming her into the wall. How dare you, he says. You do not touch her or my daughter. He was gripping her throat so hard that she was gasping for breath, but she couldn't get any. You do not touch your name. You do not come near. Octavia, get out of my house now, he says with venom in his throat. She pulled away and grabbed her throat, and she said, You will regret this, Stolas, she says, and her brother and her left. You wrapped your arms around Stolas and hugged him. Thank you, you say, and he hugs you back. I will never let anyone hurt you, I promise, he says, and you nodded your head. Of course, Stolas. Now let me go get Octavia so we can have dinner. He nodded his head, and you went up. Blitzel was shocked at this. Millie and Moxie were shocked as well, but they were appreciative. Luna was drinking a bit because she was a little bit tired of the BS, but she found that having Stolas be a good man was a little bit pleasing to see, especially since Stella had made some rude comments about her eating out of a dog bowl. And Thanksgiving, other for the rest of the night for that, went pretty smoothly, and everyone had a good time, eating, laughing, and telling jokes. Stolas had never felt so much accepted, and it was beautiful. He would do anything to have this perfect life forever. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see and all that good stuff. I had to redo this because I didn't like the first version I made, which was getting the food instead. So I thought this was better. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. I'm sorry again that it's late and all that stuff. I hope that you all had a good time. And now, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Thank you, Gav. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see. And stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro. Baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro. The secret outro question of the day is: what would you buy on Black Friday if you had unlimited money for the item that you wanted and it was something that you've been waiting all year for? What would you get if you could? One item, one singular item. Comment below and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Oh, also, I would get probably was it called, a PlayStation 5. Just honestly, that would be what I would get 100%. But I do not have the money, and they are most likely still out of stock. Anyways, stay sexy, always sexy muffins. Bye bye, and happy late Thanksgiving.